Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Divya. Welcome to Visual Vibes. In this Python course, I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to learn to start coding with Python. This course doesn't cost you anything, it's totally free for you. But if you would like to help me out, then you can increase its reach by hitting a like button, leave a random comment down below, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks in advance, and I really appreciate it. Without getting any delay, let's jump right in. So today we're gonna see string handling in Python. So before I jump in, I would like to tell you one thing. If this is your first visit to my channel or if you're a beginner to the Python course, then I would like to recommend you to check out the earlier sessions of this video first. Don't worry, we have 20 plus videos prior to this video. So you follow some sequence, go back to those videos, first watch those videos and then circle back here for a better and clear understanding. Following sequence will definitely makes understanding the things better. So now let's start about string handling in Python. In our previous session, we have already discussed about introduction to strings briefly. So string is simply a sequence of characters enclosed in quotes. So it can include numbers, letters, symbols, or spaces. In Python, we don't have a character data type. So every single character is treated as a string of length 1. So I would like to make this video in parts so that the video length should not be long and it's easy for you also to understand. So in our today's session, I would like to discuss these many topics. So that includes a string creation first of all, and then accessing characters in a string, followed by iterating through each and every character in a string, and followed by handling immutability in Python. And then concatenation, how we're going to combine two strings or multiple strings, and followed by slicing. If you want to access a set of characters in a string, how we're going to do that. And then formatting a string whenever we have different types of variables, and then followed by deletion and updating a string, as well as repeating strings for a number of times, and then finally followed by string membership testing. So now let's see first of all about string creation. Strings can be created by enclosing the characters either in single or double quotes. So if I want to create a string, I can declare it like this in double quotes, or I can declare it like this in single quotes as well. So this is how you can simply create a string. So if I run this program, then you can able to see the name John. So this is how you can simply create a string using single or double quotes. Now let's see the next one, accessing characters in a string. So strings are indexed sequences. That means each and every character in a string has been assigned an index position. So here, if you can see in this diagram, so here if we have the string whose value is hello. So if we can imagine that string in a visual way, it should be exactly like this. So here we have a string which is a consisting of sequence of characters, and for each and every character has been assigned to an index. So strings are having both the positive index and negative index. So positive indices always starts at 0 from the left, whereas negative indexing always starts at -1 from the right towards left. So here you can see the first character is indexed at 0 following the positive indexing, whereas last character is indexed at -1 following negative indexing. Now let's see how we can access these characters using positive and negative indexing in Python. Let's say suppose if I want to here, I would like to access the first character. Then since using negative indexing, how I can access means I can access it like this, specifying the index in square brackets. Inside square brackets, I can specify the index. So since I would like to access the first character, since the first character always starts at 0 if we follow positive indexing, so I can give it like this, name of 0. So when I run this program, you can see the first character can be accessed like this. Let's say suppose the same first character, if I want to access it using negative indexing, then I can give like this, name of since it always starts at -1, -2, -3, -4. So my first character is at -4 index position. So I can give it like this, and then when I run this one, so you can see I can be able to access the first character using negative indexing. So this is how you can access any character in a string using negative as well as positive indexing as well. Now let's say string iteration in Python. So iteration is nothing but looping through each and every character in a string one by one. So now let's see how we can do that. So we can iterate over through each and every character in a string using for loop as well as while loop as well. So it is up to you which one you're gonna use. So I will show you both. Let's say suppose I want to iterate each and every character in the string name. Then I need to specify one iterable in that string name. Like here I is an iterator which iterates through each and every character in that string named name. And then I would like to print that I value. Simple. Now let's run this one. So here you can see, forget about these things like, so it is all, it's printing these as well. So now let me delete this one and then run again. So here you can see, first of all, it printed the names on and then followed by each and every character in that string. So this is how you can iterate through each and every character in a string using for loop. Let's say suppose if I want to iterate through each and every character using while loop, how are we gonna do? We'll see. Like in terms of whenever you use for loop, you no need to initialize the variable as well as increment the variable while iteration. Whereas whenever you are using this while loop, you need to first of all initialize the iterator variable, followed by specifying the condition, including the length of the list, and then followed by some incrementation inside it. So here, let me first initialize the variable. So while I less than like up to where I would like to iterate through each and every character in that particular string, I need to specify the length of the list. So initially I will be starting at 0 and then it goes on up to length of that particular string. So that's why I specified the condition like this. And then inside this, what I'm going to do means like I would like to print each and every character in the string. So like usually we have seen, right, whenever if you want to access any character in a string, we usually give name and that index position. So here the index position is nothing but here is the iterator only, right? So the name of I inside the square brackets I have given like this, and it is our duty to increment the value as well. So I need to increment the value like this, and then now let me run this code and let's see. So here initially it printed the name zone, and then whenever we have used this for loop, so it printed each and every character. Let's see the string immutability. Immutability means like strings in Python are immutable. That means once strings are created, they cannot be changed. But if you want to manipulate the strings or if you want to change or add some features, extra features to it indirectly, then we can make use of string methods, concatenation, slicing, and formatting, followed by many. But in this video, we're gonna see concatenation, slicing, and formatting. So now let's see first the concatenation. Concatenation means if you want to combine two strings together, then two strings or three strings or n number of strings, how are we going to do that? Let's say suppose we have already two strings here, right? So I would like to combine these two strings. So I can combine these two strings using the plus operator. Let's say suppose here I can combine like this. So whenever if I print, let me clear this one, and if I run this file, so I can see John mail. If I want to add some, I want to add some space kind of thing, then I can give like this. So if I run this again, so you can see, one moment. So here you can see, like this, you can combine two strings like this. If you can have multiple strings, also you can combine using string concatenation. And then followed by slicing. Slicing means extracting a portion of characters from the original string. So this slicing is having, so slicing can be done using the start index as well as end index. So we need to specify the start and end index, like we have already discussed, right? For the string, each and every character in a string always having some index position. So by specifying the starting index and ending index, we can extract the portion of the characters from the main string. So here is the syntax, like we need to specify the string name followed by the start and end index, in the middle followed by the colon, which are enclosed in square brackets. Now let's see how we're gonna do this slicing. So before I show you the slicing, I would like to tell you one thing. Whenever we use here, whenever we specify the start index, right, it is always included, whereas end index is always excluded. That means if the length of the string is 6, if we specify the length of the string as a 6, 6, the index is always excluded. That means it can be able to print the characters from 0 to 5 only, because the length of the string, like because the end index is always excluded. So now let's see how we can whenever you see practical, you can be able to understand. So let's say suppose I would like to extract the portion of two characters from a main string, then I can give it like this. So name John, and inside the square brackets I need to specify the start index followed by the end index. Um, I would like to extract two characters. Two characters means 0 and 1. Since end index is always excluded, if I specify 0 to 1 means, then it will print only the first character Z. If I want two characters, then I need to specify the end index as +1 to the current character. So since I would like to print two characters, so I need to give the indexes as 2, so that it goes up to 1, excluding the star index position 2. Let me print this one. So here you can see, let me clear this one and then run this again. So here you can see, so 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 means three characters actually, since the last character will be excluded whenever we specify the index position in slicing. So it's given me the first two characters J and O. So like this slicing works. And then let's say suppose if I didn't specify the start index here, then by default it will take the start index as 0, and then whatever the index I specify here, it can go up to that excluding the last index position. So if I print this one, you can see, so it has gone up to 3 characters. That means 0, 1, 2 index position related characters, it got printed. So similarly, if I don't specify the last character, by specifying the first character, I would like to only print the characters starting at 1 till end. That means if I don't specify the end index, then it will go on to last. So here you can see it started with the index 0, that means index 1, and then it go on uh, and it went on up till list. So similarly, if I want to, let me clear this one. So similarly, if I want to reverse a string, then we can follow the syntax like this, specifying the two columns and then followed by -1, so that it will reverse the string. So if I print run this code, then you can see the John string got reversed here. So this is how we can make use of slicing in order to extract a portion of characters from the main string. This means whenever uh, this slicing mainly helpful whenever if we want to, since strings are immutable, like we can't directly change the string once it is already declared. So how we can do that indirectly means by making use of some methods that includes concatenation and slicing like this. That means, let's say, suppose we have the main string as John, right? So it's not possible to change the John string directly. So what I'm gonna do, like in place of a first character, I would like to give uh, some other character. So if I want to handle immutability, like if I want to change the string indirectly, then I can make use of this slicing method. Like let's say suppose I would like to replace the J with D here. directly it's not possible to do. So, but we can make use of slicing and we can do like this. Let's like this. In place of J, I would like to give D, and then followed by the rest of the string. So I'm specifying the string starting at for starting at the position 1 till end. So that whenever I print this one, let me clear this one. Whenever I print this one, so you can give like it has given me the tone. So in place of J, it the character got replaced and then it given me the new string. Let's say suppose if I print the same string, we try to print the same string name, it will not be changed. Here we have done the slicing and we have created new string based on the original string, but whenever we print that original string, it remains the same. So that means like this we can generate a new string from the original string without changing the original string. Of course it is not possible to change because that comes under the concept of immutability in Python. And next one is about a string formatting. String formatting provides us the way to include variables in the string. Like it's kind of including the variables, different types of variables in our string. Now let's see practically. So, so we already have two variables here, which is name as John and gender as a male. So I have commented all this one. So let's say suppose if I want to include string formatting before I explain this one, let me explain you about two types of a string formatting in Python. So we have two formats. One is F string. We can format strings in two ways, like using F strings and then followed by the dot format method. F strings means it is always followed with the F keyword followed by the double quotes. Inside which we need to specify our string along with the variables. So it's kind of like this. F string, F for F string followed by whatever the string we want to give. Inside this, we can give along with the declaring the variables. Let's say suppose his name, I'm declaring is like this. His name is John. Instead of declaring in John, like I want like to include the variable. So his name is John and gender is gender only. Like, and he is gender. So here you can see here I have used the F string method F followed by inside this one I have specified the string. So in this string I have included the variables whichever I have declared at the starting. So whenever if you want to include, so like this, in this way you can include the variables inside the string so that whatever way we want to, in whatever way you want to give the string or print the string in the way you want, you can make use of this one. Let me run this one so you can see. So his name is John and he is male. This is a first way of formatting the string, which is F string. And we have another way also, which is using format method. So that format method also goes like this. So it will be like this. His name is, we know, first of all, we don't need to give the variable names inside this, but we can simply give the flower brackets here. And then at last we can specify it like this dot format of. So the first variables, whichever we want to include, we need to give that first name, what the value. So in place of that placeholder, this value got replaced and then followed by next one. And then followed by gender, right? So I need to give the value it like this. So first of all, we need to give it like this inside the string without specifying the variables inside the flower braces, followed by the dot format method passing the values to that particular variables. So if I print this one, then you can see his name is John and he is male. So these are the two basic methods for string formatting, but we can have other methods as well. If possible, I will explain all those methods in our upcoming sessions as well. So let's not make this video so long. So that's why I have discussed the basic two types of string formatting. And next one is deletion. So deletion and updation, like as the strings are immutable, so it's not possible to delete individual character in a string. But in indirect way, we can delete individual character. How we cannot do is like, um, let's say suppose we have already one variable name is John. So instead of John, I would like to delete this first character J. So instead of deletion, in indirect way, how I can do is like I would like to declare one string named string1, whereas I'm only assigning the remaining characters except that first character. So first followed by first index funding first index position followed till end. So like this, I can create a new string from the original string so that the first character will not be there, right? You can see I have created a, so whenever you see the difference, like the original variable name is John. S- so instead of deleting the character directly from that string, I have created a new string and then removed the first character. This is the indirect way of doing deleting the individual character. Let's and But we can delete the entire string even though strings are immutable. Like how you can delete means simply you can do and delete string one. So whenever if I try to print this delete string, like whenever you if you want to delete the entire string, you need to give the delete keyword before that string name. So if I try to print the string name here, let me save it and try to run this one. You can see name string one is not defined. You can see, right? Because we have already deleted this string one. So whenever I was trying to printing out, so it is giving me that error. So because it doesn't exist, but we are trying to print that. So like this, you can delete the entire string and you can delete the individual character in an indirect way. And then updation also remains the same. So like this, we have already discussed one example, right? While discussing the string slicing, like instead of replacing, if I want to replace some character with some new character, how I have given, like instead of I have given some character followed by the remaining characters. So uh, like this I have updated, and then we can assign this updated character to a new string, and then we can update like this. But for say, let's say suppose if I want to directly update anything means, then directly update anything means we can have one method in terms of updation, that is replace method. Let's say suppose I can declare a string2 is equals to hello world, and if I would like to check whether, and I would like to replace, and then I want to assign it to the string2 dot replace of what we gonna here. Replace method follows um, two two variables need to be passed, like with what we need to replace what. So with the hello, I would like to replace with instead of world, I would like to replace John. So instead of world, I would like to replace with John, so that it should give me the hello John, right? Let me clear this one and then try to run it again. So let me this come and comment this one, because since these are one, like I'm trying to print the deletion string, so it's giving me this error. Let me clear this and then, sorry. Let me uncomment here as well. String one is present right here. Let me comment this whole thing and then save it and then clear it and then running it again. So here you can see, right? So like this, if you want to replace any kind of substring with a new substring, you can make use of a replace method by passing the string which we want to replace with a new string. So like this, you can update the string with the help of using the method replace, as well as indirect way of creating a new string from the original string. And then lastly, not lastly, like repeating strings. So let's say suppose if I want to repeat a particular string n number of times, then I can make use of star operator. Let's say suppose a string 4 is equals to, I would like to repeat this hello John, like hello John for 2 times. Like how I can do means, like string 3 followed by the asterisk symbol, and then I would like to repeat this for 2 times, and then let me print this string 4. Then it should print me the hello John for 2 times. So here you can see hello John and followed by hello John. So like this, if you want to multiply a string. So like this, if you want to multiply a string for a number of times, you can make use of the asterisk operator. And finally, string membership testing. String membership testing is nothing but if you want to check whether a substring is present in the main string or not, then we can make use of this uh, string membership testing. Let's say suppose we have already string 3 as hello zone, right? So I would like to check whether John is present or not um, in this string 3. So I would like to print it like here. So in order to make use of the string membership testing, we need to use in keyword. So I'm checking whether John is present in the main string as string 3. Then it should give me the output. Let me run this again. So here you can see that in string 3 we have already John is present. So that's why whenever I was checking whether the substring John is present in the main string hello John, so it is given me the true value. So like this, if you want to check any substring that is present in a main string, you can go with the string membership testing. So I hope I have clearly explained all these mentioned topics, whichever I have declared here, and then rest of the string methods also there, which we can discuss in another video. So this is all about some of the methods in strings, not methods like this is all about. This is how you can work with the strings or handle strings practically. So that's all for today. I hope you like this session. If you have any doubts, feel free to post them in the comment section. We'll definitely answer your questions, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, goodbye, and enjoy programming.